see Daniel Haqiqatjou. He had a terrible experience. He's had a terrible experience, and I fear this experience has turned him into a cold-blooded, heartless, compassionless sadist, or at best, or psychopath at worst. Ideas people like Haqiqatjou propagate are dangerous for everyone sharing the planet with him. How many Mullah Umars, Baghdadis will come out as a direct result of Haqiqatjou's views?
So just note that he's using this kind of CVE, countering violent extremism language. In the UK, you might have known this as PREVENT, but it's the same basic program where you have this extremism, the path or the roadmap to extremism. People who express conservative religious views are going to become terrorists. They're going to become radicals who are going to commit violence. That's why the government is justified on cracking down on conservatives, religious people. So this program started with Muslims. Now they've actually extended it to Christians increasingly, Christian conservatives. In the past, it was just Muslims post 9/11 that were being thrown in Guantanamo Bay, thrown into detention, deported, bank accounts seized, harassed by the FBI, harassed by intelligence agencies. That was just directed at Muslims. But now that they've created this entire security establishment that is designed to crack down on anyone who goes against the overall liberal worldview, now they're expanding it to include these other groups, such as Christian conservatives. But even before, actually, I should be fair, Muslims weren't necessarily the first ones in American history, and I talk about this when we get into the issue of apostasy in the debate, but it was also used against the civil rights movement. Black activists were also cracked down on by the state, by the security state, by the FBI. Look at what the FBI did to Martin Luther King. Look at what the FBI did to Malcolm X. And this is, Harris calls this conspiracy theory. This is a documented fact. You're just ignorant of it, Harris. I don't know, it's because you live in Australia, so maybe you don't know who Martin Luther King was or Malcolm X, or any of these civil rights leaders. But this is a known history, well known, not disputed. And it's a control grid, COINTELPRO, counterintelligence program, used by the deep state.
We don't want to know the answers, so stay away from Sharia. Now, on the other hand, what am I proposing? The quest for implementation...
No, but I want to say that this kind of language is like a low blow again. It's like a cheap move. You're using security intelligence agency language to attack your opponent, to say he's dangerous, because you want to deplatform me. You want me off the internet. That's the whole point. Even though I've condemned ISIS, I've condemned terrorism, I don't condone violence against any state, I don't condone any illegal activity, I don't condone any of that. I condemn these terror groups, but they still want to put me into that camp. Why? Because they want me off the internet and they want to cause harm to me. So, but they pretend like I have so much compassion. I have my compassion switch. It's nonsense.